What's up, guys? New Sun Order here to talk about the $15 a month subscription fee in the Elder Scrolls Online. The people in the community who are being the most vocal and complaining about this are more than likely new to MMOs and have been used to playing Skyrim and Morrowind for most of their gaming careers.
Yeah, and the two biggest concerns that we've seen is that it's too much to pay a month. $15 a month can be a bit much. And then people also wonder why they need to pay a monthly price after paying the initial $60 just to buy the game.
Both of these concerns can be addressed in the same way, and that's telling you what the $15 a month is going to be going towards. And you have to know that the Elder Scrolls Online had a $200 million budget, so it's safe to assume that roughly $200 million was spent on it. And yeah, their initial sales will probably exceed that amount, enabling them to profit just from the sales of the game. So you might be like, well, why do I need to pay $15 a month? Well, here's what all it's going to, and it's a lot of stuff, and the number one thing is consistent future content. And this is going to include in-game dungeons, which will provide better gear, eventually a higher level cap. How many times have you completed a game and then there's just nothing to do afterwards? This is going to keep that from happening. There's going to be extra add-ons just randomly, for example, like Dawn Guard or the Horse Armor in Skyrim, just things like that. They're going to be increasing how immersive PvP can be in Cyrodiil by adding new content there, and things like that.
Another thing is balancing the game. Devs are going to take feedback from the community to help make the game more fair and enjoyable, so certain classes aren't overpowered over another class. Say, a lot of the times in MMOs you have the range class is so overpowered, the melee DPS classes can't even get close to doing anything. And they're going to take this feedback, see that the range DPS is so overpowering that the melee DPS is not even viable. Like, you can't even enjoy yourself being a melee DPS, which is what a lot of people like to do. Then you have to think about the future products from the company, which could include anywhere these single-player games such as Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim that everyone seems to love them.
Right, kind of like how Blizzard made StarCraft and Diablo. Some of that money that they used to make that probably came from 10 years of $15 a month. Some other things will be definitely bug fixes, and this could be anything from a quest not working, getting stuck in like a loading screen, graphical errors. I know in the beta, sometimes when I would cast a spell, my arms would just get stuck in the air, and so I'd be walking around with just my hands up in the air. These things, although they're minor, they can still make the game less enjoyable for some people. Not only do the developers work on the future of the game, but they have to constantly deal with what's going on in the present. So again, they work with the community to find and eliminate all these bugs.
And as I'm sure many of you guys know who've played Skyrim and Oblivion and even Morrowind and countless other games, there's always bugs that just get in the way, and you just gotta think, that's just a single player game. As big as the game may be, it's still not as big as an MMO. An MMO is huge. There's so much stuff in the world, and millions of people interacting with it, obviously. So there's always going to be something wrong, there's always going to be a bug that gets noticed.
And these things just happen.
Right, so there's a lot of maintenance that goes into these types of games, like not only bug fixes, but one of the more important things is keeping the server online and functioning properly. And to do that, it's definitely not cheap. These people gotta maintain this stuff over a long period of time.
It's not like World of Warcraft or Tor, where there's just hundreds of different servers. This is a single mega server hosting millions of players all at one time. So it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of manpower to keep this thing stable and going.
And obviously, there's going to be plenty of problems, and they're going to need people to handle these problems.
So you have your GMs who are going to constantly protect the game from hackers, cheaters, scammers, spammers, gold sellers, anyone that can cause problems. And for millions of people, this is going to take a lot of GMs.
Yeah, so you got to really think about these people as the customer service. When you submit a ticket, you're saying, hey, something's going wrong, or hey, this is happening and this is causing a huge issue for me to play the game.
And these are the people who have to handle that. And last but not least, it is still a business, so they are going to seek a profit. The profit margin will probably not be as big as you expect, because if you think about all the things that we've just addressed in this video, $15 a month doesn't really seem like that much to pay. So that's just some things to think about for the subscription dilemma. So please share your thoughts and opinions in the comments.
And if you guys liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up down below, and we'll see you next time, guys.